National Party is promising to cut excessive red tape tying up farmers as it unveils its election year farming policy this morning. The package has 19 proposed changes. Blake Benny has more.
The changes include doubling the RSC worker cap to 38,000 people and creating a path to residency through the accredited employer work visa. Nationals also pledging to protect productive land by banning foreign investment in farms to convert to forestry for carbon farming. And it says it'll enact a 2-for-1 rule for new agriculture regulation, removing 2 for every new one introduced.
But Federated Farmers National President Andrew Hogarth told Roman Travers he's unsure about the 2-for-1 rule for regulation.
I genuinely don't like gimmicky slogans like that. I prefer, if it's a dumb policy or a regulation, get rid of it. And if there happen to be 3 regulations that are in it, then bring them in.
Meanwhile, Haretehi Pango will stand for National in Te Tai Hauauru, the party's first candidate in a Māori seat since 2002. The current National List MP will remain based in Whanganui for the election campaign. Labour's Adrian Rurafe is the sitting MP. A controversial category has been withdrawn from a North Canterbury hunting competition. The category, which offered under 14s a $250 prize for killing the most feral cats, raised concerns about whether pet cats would get caught in the crosshairs. The competition is a fundraiser for the Rotherham School and Community Pool. Organisers say there have been some vile and inappropriate messages sent to the school and others involved. Ditching the costs for people resitting driver licence exams will remove barriers to road safety. The government says resit fees can be up to $87 each time, which around half of New Zealanders are having to pay. But the cost for those who pass their restricted exam first time is rising by about $32 and just over $2 for learners. But Motor Trade Association Simon Bradwell says scrapping resit costs amidst a cost of living crisis is a fantastic move.
Great to see something's actually coming down in price. We're not seeing that too often these days. And the last thing we want is unlicensed drivers on the road. So, yeah, definitely a positive.
An average of 4 fog cannons a day have been installed in smaller retailers and dairies in the 2 months since a subsidy scheme for the devices began. Between February 1st and April 4th, almost 750 applications have been approved, 269 cannons installed and a further 185 booked for the coming months. Retail NZ Chief Executive Greg Harford says the scheme is going well. And he says we're seeing businesses applying for support and getting it, which is a positive thing in helping combat the crime wave we're seeing across the retail sector. New Zealand families are spending more on travel. Flight Centre New Zealand says families spent $1,700 more on travel over the past year than 12 months ago. General Manager Heidi Walker says it's due to increased airfares.
The airfare pricing is still much higher, but what we do see is that time with families, experiences is really important to Kiwis. So I think there is a value that's put against it.
Families travelling to the UK on average are spending almost $4,000 more than they used to.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.